that they did not show up. And in the event, again, that they don't show up, from a different perspective, that is actually voting. That if you're a registered voter and then you don't show up to cast your ballot, it means you have no confidence in the people who have presented themselves for the election. And it also means maybe that you've got other priorities. Because right now, the priority for most of those voters would be to go and look for their daily bread. So others would say, why would I sacrifice my entire day to go and cast a ballot? And yet, these people, the moment you elect them into office, they do not deliver on wealth and employment creation opportunities. Because when you look at those people, the way they appear to be very docile and they're well lined up, well structured, they've got faith in the democratic process. Those voters actually believe that their ballot is going to change their socioeconomic lifestyle. But guess what? Majority of the people you elect into office, as soon as they're sworn into office, they go to the National Assembly, Senate, or indeed in any elective position. Now they start using these people as a special purpose vehicle. They do not deliver. You just imagine somebody has woken up early in the morning. They've abandoned their economic activities to come and cast their ballot. But you vote people into office and they immediately start engaging in corruption, in impunity and mediocrity. So it means that your vote has no return on investment, which is very unfortunate, which is the reason why we've been saying times above number that we must vote for persons with capacity, character, and competence. If you look at the Auditor General's reports or these other accountability institutions, the resources that have been misused in the public sector, the resources that have been, we lose to corruption. The levels of impunity, mediocrity, and corruption is just shocking. And in my view, people would be justified to say, why should I actually bother to go and cast my ballot if I'm going to elect people who are not going to change my socioeconomic status?
All right. So just before we took that report from Sydney, we were talking about the parties that are taking part in this by-election. And the issue that parties which have previously been part and parcel of the electoral process there and have probably even won at some point, we're talking about KANU, talking about ODM, and nowhere to be seen. Instead, we have a new party that is months old, giving a party that is now running the country a serious challenge. What happened here?
Your question assumes that we have political parties the way it's defined by political scientists. That if you go to the UK today, you have Labour and you have the Conservatives, or you have Republicans and you have Democrats. I've told you times above number, we don't have that kind of a setup in Kenya. Political parties in Kenya are as old as the political persons who have founded it. So if you want to know the age of DCP, look at the age of Rigathi Gachagua. How old is Rigathi Gachagua? That is how old DCP is. Because in the absence of Rigathi Gachagua, there is no DCP. Mbaya is loyal to Rigathi Gachagua, not a DCP. People in Kenya, that is what you see which is happening in ODM. For the longest time, people said, wow, ODM is in the level of Chama Pinduzi, is in the level of ANC in South Africa. But as soon as Raila left, yes, the party has started melting away. It's become a Tower of Babel. And in fact, one has to give Mr. Mbadi, the National Treasury CS, credit for calling the House to order, telling them that you cannot wake up every single day and say that Raila told us this, Raila told us this. Raila is no more in the picture. Can you reorganize your house? You speak about KANU. I was growing up when KANU was BAMBA.
And Yohana Ngeno won a contest on a KANU ticket in 2017? 2017.
Yeah.
Years after the party leader probably was not as active.
Now, there would be some emotional connection to KANU. Like, for instance, if you go to some parts of my village, when you mention KANU, people remember Moi. It gives them some sort of a pleasure when they remember who the president is. But guess what? Majority of the time when people cast the ballots in Kenya, it's not about political parties. It's about the personalities behind the political party. Again, if President Ruto today decides that we don't have UDA, we are going to have another political party and call it XYZ. XYZ will become a very popular party and a force to reckon with. That is why every 5 years, every 10 years, these political parties in Kenya are like butterflies. They keep on, there's a metamorphosis. In 2007, we had a powerful political party by the name PNU. simply because of Mwai Kibaki. Mwai Kibaki was using it as a special purpose vehicle. But after his exit,
at least I can see them on in this contest. It's one of the parties. The candidate is Dismas Mokua, PNU. It's the other two parties, NVP, RLP, that I've not heard of before now. But I'm more concerned about these parties that are no longer there and the space that this